Sean here, and Cyraxx completely melted down the other night. Now, he's not a scary person. He's not. Not to us. But the people that live with him had to have heard that. I will tell you why it's kind of terrifying for them. If you and I were to get in an argument right now, and I blew up, my cadence would probably be, if you say that again, I am coming over there and I will drop kick your ass out of the window. That's normal. You also have the grumblers. I swear to God, if you do that again, I am gonna punch you in the throat. And then you have the unstable people. The ones that may not be physically threatening, but that doesn't really matter. You can be caught in a moment of weakness, a moment of vulnerability, and be ended. In Minecraft, of course. Chance's cadence was all over the place, and yes, it's theatrical. I want you to keep something in mind, though. The theatrical anger is even more terrifying. The rage, that you can deal with. That person will cool down, or you can leave the situation. I mean, there are certain circumstances, I know, but with theatrical anger, that means they have the wherewithal during these outbursts to control it, to direct it. These are the people that in one of those outbursts are likely to hurt you or try to hurt you. We saw it a little bit with Marty. Now, the Ed incident, I think Cyraxx actually instigated just so he could be the hero. See, I'm not angry, even though he probably was when it started. I don't know if I would say psychotic. I've wondered about schizophrenia. True bipolar, not the bipolar 2, take some brain regulation medicine like Lamictal or something. We are talking about something embedded. Something I don't think he wants to get rid of. I don't even know if it's a defense mechanism or it's an addiction. I talk about Lorne Armstrong because they have so many parallels. Lorne would rage out, go crazy, and we know why. He'd work himself into a frenzy. He'd be telling himself all this stuff that wasn't true. If you've ever seen the movie Double Impact with Van Damme, and if you haven't, I don't know what you're doing. There's a scene where the criminal Van Damme is imagining all the stuff that isn't happening. And he was drinking, which does not help at all. Although in Cyraxx's case, I wonder if it would sometimes. And then later, or at least he used to apologize. An apology is, it's kind of like the Band-Aid. It makes the person who tried to rage out and called you every name in the book feel better. I don't remember an apology, a real apology from Chance, ever. Which means he has no remorse, which means he feels like the anger is justified. This is another sign of someone who has, I'm gonna coin the term theatrical anger. Not recreational like you see with a lot of these lunatics in the videos that you see from these protests that are absolutely deranged. You're eating a cheeseburger and somebody comes in and starts going, "Stop eating cheese!" They grab your cheeseburger, hurl it across the table. I don't see Cyraxx like that. He's also an attention. He has attention anger. We'll just call it that. Theatrical anger designed to draw attention. I don't know if he really feels like it's making him seem like a tough guy, but the other night he was doing that, "No! Get up now!" His response to everything is anger. And I know why. There are a lot of emotions that have had, a lot of situations, and the emotional responses that haven't been dealt with. I know, because I handle most of my nervousness when I need to conquer something. If I need to buckle down and focus, I'm usually angry. Think of people who get in trouble that you've known, and their response is not listening and not having a rational conversation to defend themselves. Their response is rage. And rage at a response, well, I understand that if you ask your significant other if they cheated on you and you rage out, I get it. Or if somebody stole something from you, I get it. But the slightest criticism to Cyraxx causes him to rage. And again, with Lorne, it was usually, oh yeah, well, look at what you do. Chance doesn't care what he's done. Lorne's, yeah, well, is at least sort of an acceptance that he, quote, admits what he did. We all know he just says, okay, move on. But with Chance, there's no acceptance. And if there is, there's always a but. I would suggest that if you want to have a happy life, if you ever have to apologize, even when you don't want to, but you know it's what human beings should do, never put a but in the middle. Look, I am really sorry for getting so angry. If you leave it right there, most people, they'll be like, oh, okay. I'm not trying to be preachy, but it's just stuff I've learned. Something that could save you, something I'm teaching my son, is if you really like somebody and you really care about them, which we know Chance can't do, it's, no, already know. A deep-seated feeling of inadequacy. But what I'm talking about is you apologize. And if they begin to tell you why, don't drop your head. Don't exhale. When they're finished with their first sentence, you can say, explain a little more, or tell me more about how you felt, about what I did to make you feel that way. If you do that, you are likely to form a bond. Guys, if you want to be in good with a woman, when she starts talking about her life, or you have a friend or a potential friend, don't listen and then tell one of your stories. Tell me more. Try it. If a woman says you're not listening to her, you can even, hype it up. That's interesting. Tell me more. I'd love to know more about it. Most of the time you're going to hear, really? Some people just want to be heard. But they also want you to know during these apologies that they are being heard. That you are hearing them. There's a difference between someone wanting to be heard, just someone pay attention, oh, I'm so glad you're paying attention, to I need you to hear this and acknowledge you heard me. It's really challenging, and I'll get back to Cyraxx in a second. It's really challenging when their frustration comes out and you feel like they're attacking you. Just remember, they have a good reason, at least in their head. So you can say, I understand. When you say, I understand, you may get a response, do you? Then you repeat back what it is you think you are supposed to understand. The worst thing that can happen is if they ask you and you go, I don't know, she told me something about not listening, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. When I say these things, I really am trying to help. Just pass on lessons from the mistakes I made, from the stupidity of my youth. There was a parent, sorry, I'm sharing something real quick. There was a parent across the street who beat his son. And I would get so angry, I would rage. And his name was Don, I can't even remember the last name, Weiss. He's passed on now, but he would call me Mount St. Helens. I would see this bullshit, and of course you know I hate bullies, and I would just flip out. And he would usually talk some shit and go inside. And then I would have to comfort the son or the daughter. It should have been a measured response. Now, why am I saying that? Think about Chance. The slightest criticism, identifying something he did wrong, it's going to be rage. Theatrical rage, attention-grabbing rage, not true rage. If being a werewolf was triggered by rage, I don't think Cyraxx would ever turn into a werewolf. His eyes may glow for a second, but his rage, it's a defense mechanism. Some people go on the offensive when they're angry, like I was saying before, and they attack. Some people get angry and storm off. I promise I'm not trying to talk to anyone like they're a child. I'm trying to make a point. Cyraxx's rage, he explodes, and then he's the victim. We know this. You have them in your life. I'm sorry I was angry, but you made me. And there's the but again. At some point in his life, someone could have helped him. Someone could have taken him under their wing. I mean, in high school, if he wasn't a creep and he was just a weirdo, I probably would have been there for him. Because I was there for people. If I saw somebody being bullied, I stepped in. If I heard somebody talking to, or if somebody was talking to me about their home life, I listened. I always try to give them rational advice, but you can't give that to Chance. And that's why his cadence, his rage cadence, is so concerning. If you don't yell at him, he's going to switch up to try to get you to yell at him again. He's going to keep going until he gets you to do something that might be a reason for rage, so that he can blame it on you. William and Marty and John, and especially the women, because he talks to them so terribly, they have every reason in the world to rage out, go over to his house, drag him outside, and beat him to a pulp. But they don't, because they're real people. Yeah, they're trolling, but you can't tell me, just like, and I hate to do it again, like Lauren with the catfish, they had to deal with that. And knowing what we know now, it was really troublesome for them to have to deal with his rage, his insanity. They have to deal with it. And yeah, watching him rage out is funny, but being called all those names, he has one of the foulest mouths, and he drops the N-word. I'm not racist, but he uses the N-word as an insult. So, Chance, you are a racist. If you have somebody in your life that they're angry all the time, it's probably time to cut them off. And they're probably going to be angry about that. And if they can't get the picture, at least for a couple months, you want to surround yourself with other people. So the Cyraxx will show up at your house. If you've had an argument, he'll show up at your house. He'll knock on your door. He'll keep knocking. He'll go home, try to call you. You know what I'm saying. Get on the internet. The internet caused me so much hurt. You get on the internet, he's going to start messaging you, and he's going to text you on his phone. He's going to call you again. He's going to come to your house. He's going to be so desperate to know that you'll still pay attention to him after he rages out. That is another concerning trait. To treat someone like that, and to believe that, I want you to believe in me, and to believe you still want to have anything to do with them. I've cut so many people off in my life because they make me feel uneasy. I know that they are doing terrible things to other people. Granted, sometimes your friends need help. Cyraxx would not be that friend that needs help. The kind of help he needs, it either is like Charlie Murphy and Rick James. Yo, he needs some help. Yeah, we just gave him some help. Beat his legs. And you can recommend that people get help, but here's the problem with Chance. He has no money. I'll be honest, if Chance was a good person and he was being trolled and picked on and his rage was out of control, he would be one of those people you start a GoFundMe for to try to pay for his help, to try to get him into some... I know there are good people out there that would do it, but he's a PDF. He's an abuser. Mentally, verbally, physically, and he's also a deadbeat and a creep. You don't fund anything like that. You have to have the state intervene. And man, oh man, Chance, if you happen to be listening to this, that clip, well, many clips from the other night, you see, I needed that, Cyraxx. I needed it. Because your anger before could be considered normal. for someone getting trolled. What your problem is right now, Chansey Poo, is that you willingly get trolled. You willingly step into the battle zones, and then you rage out and you try to nuke everybody. You're not firing back. You're trying to nuke them. And this is a problem that you cannot solve on your own. You have no one in your life, none, to help you. So the state's going to help you, buddy. They're going to help you, whether you want it or not. And it will happen. If I could equate him to anything, it would be a hot air balloon. Most people, they rage. It maybe takes them up a little bit. You know, they get so angry that they just, they raise up. Their blood pressure raises. Their thoughts race. But with him, the air balloon, it wouldn't get off the ground. It would just catch on fire and incinerate anything around it and anything inside of it. Not the greatest metaphor, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Like, rage takes you away from where you should be. But that balloon is going to land as soon as those flames of rage dissipate. You're going to go down. When they extinguish, you're going to go back to the ground. You're going to get out of it, and you're going to try to walk away. Cyraxx is the Hindenburg. And I'll be honest with you, scorched earth people, you have to get away. Because they don't care who it affects. They want the satisfaction of raging out. And when you have theatrical rage, you want to see the effects on people's face. You're not doing it because it's a primal response. You're doing it because you want other people to feel a certain way. I've never seen a goblin try to scream so loud it puts people into submission. I wonder the last time anyone checked his blood pressure. I really do. His camera sucks. Sorry for the pause, I'm thinking. His camera sucks. You can't really see his face. It's his little attic room. It's not lit very well. You can't see how red his face or neck are getting, or worse for him, his chest. It would be interesting. I would never get close to him, but just the thought of it is, I don't know about the rest of you, but it's nauseating. And that's another problem, another physical problem with people who have high blood pressure and rage. Your skin heats up. Your thoughts just start racing. You don't even know the anchor point for your rage. You're just thinking about everything else that happened, everything that could happen, and what's happening right now, all at the same time. And you can't focus. That's still no excuse for his behavior. So anyway, attention-grabbing rage, theatrical rage, all of it is there. There are really only two ways to handle Cyraxx. You know his rage is out of control, and you know he's not going to stop, ever. You either go silent and hope he tuckers himself out, or you walk away, you hang up. Then they try to contact you. If you wanted to troll Cyraxx, if you were a buddy troll, here's how you would do it. You want him to go insane? Here's how you do it. You talk to him, you get him to rage out, and then you hang up. And then you turn your phone off. Of course, it'd have to be a burner phone or something. You block him from contacting you, and you wait a few days. After you're going to have 7,422 different types of messages, then you turn it back on. And he calls, and if he starts to rage again, flip it off. Same thing. All of that. Those people, it takes one time he'll be like, "What'd you do that for?" And then rage out again. And the second one, he's going to be even angrier. The third one, he might try to reconcile. But he's going to say, "Well, I apologize for my anger, but..." Then you can do it again if you want. He's the type of person without an outlet, without a captive audience. He's always been able to yell and scream at these buddy trolls, and they still come back. But the ultimate troll would be to cut off all communication. It would take a concerted effort, but I don't think people are going to stop watching his videos. And the number of videos would be insane, and he would make a video to you. This message goes out to Kira Green. Kira, you're way out of line. And that is the issue, the difference between Lauren Armstrong and Chance. Lauren doesn't have instant access to the internet to post these rage videos. It's harmful to Cyraxx. He should have child lock, whatever it is, parental controls on everything that only allow him to post for an hour, 2 hours a day, and then his internet shuts off. That would be what normal people would do. You know what's sad? He's an adult, and you'd have to do that. And Chance, if you're still listening, the fact that parental controls would have to be put on your devices at your age is just embarrassing. But that would be the ultimate buddy troll, because when you have theatrical anger, they need an audience. When they need attention, they need an audience. And most of the time, there is an audience, because it's hilarious to some people. You want to drive him crazy? Be a friend and do what I just said. Anyway, I rambled. I hate this goblin. I'll see you in the next one.
It doesn't make sense to me.